Hello, everybody, and what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? Guys, we have a Black Clover 500 years in the past? Ah! Let's get into it. I am an avid fan for this show. I also I have a tweet that went like pretty big when it comes down to people comparing Asta, Dekun, and Boruto. When you really can't put Boruto in the category with someone like Asta and Dekun. Like, come on, bro. Like, we all know Asta's way beyond Boruto. But I want to save that conversation for later. Who do you think is a better character, Dekun or Asta? Just with how much time they've both had in their respective animes, is all I'm going off of because I don't know all of their things they've done in the manga, so that's not fair to try to compare it. But regardless of all that, this week's episode gets to show us the Wizard King, the first one that is, and just what he's been planning for such an occasion ever since his best friend Lich was taken out by the hands of this devil. um, by learning that he already had like contingency plans in motion after dealing with all of this. This is the type of stuff that makes Black Clover so just enjoyable to watch and overall understandable when it comes down to them setting up stuff that's been set up since the literal first episode. We had no explanation as to what and how this demon was made and why it was attacking the way it was attacking in the opening credits, which to me, I kind of had an idea that we should learn something about it sooner or later. That was my only real mindset on the whole situation is we're learning something about this and I can feel it, which we do end up doing, but not this week's episode. We just learned that for 100% that giant demon is Lich, like I called. After seeing Lich and just, him being reborn and all that stuff, I was like, okay, he might be the one. He's got something special. Sorry. And because of this, we know for a fact that whatever Lich does in this demon form, he doesn't mean it. So the demon that we see ravaging through town, and it's the thing that people are actually, give credit to the Wizard King for stopping, give credit for him actually being there and handling the situation, is the fact that he does this, right? Is that he stops this beast from rampaging, from taking out all of Clover Town or Clover Kingdom. And because of all this, he becomes a hero just by killing his best friend. Which, in hindsight, he then stands on top. He gets like a himself like sealed away, or as you can see, he's like turned it. He's like petrified, which I believe is the power of the stones that did that, or he made it. That's the part I don't want to really guess on because there's no reason for me to guesstimate on something that's probably going to be fully explained in full. Um, if it was something more or less that I felt like wasn't going to be explained because how the shows nowadays usually don't explain it and let the imagination run wild at people, this feels like a really obvious thing to explain. You got to explain Nero and you got to explain the prince, okay? And you're done. That's it. Just do that because both of these characters feel like they could be disappearing very soon because they've already kind of done their job, right? Nero has been following Asta around, handling all of the, she's had like every single stone in her mouth practically when she was a bird. So she knew better than anybody that the prince can be resurrected at any time. But at the same time, by collecting all these stones and making sure Asta was the one collecting them, or the Clover Kingdom was collecting them, she was helping the kingdom put them in places where this whole situation would not happen. So she was pretty much extending the period of how long this prince was going to come back by not helping the other team realize their goals. And by them realizing their goals, that would have been the only time he actually got resurrected to see more information about, what the heck has happened all this time that he's been petrified, or, been a stone, where he is on top of the demon skull. I do love the fact that this show is just blasting through episodes. Like, it is straight up just Asta Black Bull rushing through every episode, in the case of just not stopping, giving us more content, giving us more story plots to fill in the gaps. All of these things are so necessary that it changes my opinion of the show almost every single time they start adding more and more that's been built upon through outside storytelling. And now we're looking at the end game of this whole entire thing that's been set up from the beginning, which, oh, there was a demon that ran through the town, and this demon actually knew he was tricked by someone other than the Wizard King. He saw the humans that were up there and acting all greedy, but at the same time, he almost felt like there was a bigger power at work, which somehow, some way, he actually knew about the demon, which, if the prince could sense him, then my guess was Lich could sense him, right? Like, Lich and the prince have the same Grimlar level, and he's more blessed by mana than the prince probably is, right? Or I don't even know if that's true at this point, because of how terrified the devil was when he heard, or when he felt the magic of the prince. He's like, okay, yeah, you do have a lot of ridiculous power, and once I get my body back, I'll come back and play with you, right? So he was not the body that he has right now, that's straight up soloing every single person right now. It's the thing he wanted to have before he actually started to fight the prince. So that kind of puts into perspective how ridiculous this man is. He needed a full-blown body that can handle dark elves, anti-magic swords, black magic, light magic, everything you could pretty much throw at him. Because he has his body, because he has his book, he can't be touched by any of it. And it goes to show you that they really are just there's jumping the power gap between everybody. And I think that's cool, but I also think it's unsafe. In the case of just the show itself starting to leave characters behind. We've seen a lot of characters already gain power. In the case of growing stronger, Noelle, like everybody on the Black Bull pretty much. So it doesn't really write off the fact that they'll be completely background side characters, but it's getting that way, right? Like, all shows start to turn into that simply because of how many different big things start to happen throughout the story, and only so many people can actually be involved and do something about it, which is why the characters start to become side characters and less desirable and stuff like that, because now you're just useless and you're a friend of the teammate that if you get in trouble, he would drop everything to save you and then get back to what he was supposed to be doing. So that's the type of stuff we're looking at now, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this devil really gets to push his narrative in this story. In the case of, does he win? Does he, get further than he already is in this story? Like, what's actually going to be the huge giveaway change at the end of this arc, and where is it going after this, right? We see in the end credit songs, if you don't look at that, definitely don't do it until for a while. But it looks like there's more people that they're already kind of showing within it that we have no idea who they are besides seeing them in the song. So there's clearly already a story after this, or there's more people that are going to get involved somehow. So yeah, we're looking at such an amazing amount of storytelling and growth of this world of Black Clover that devils now are something that could easily influence humans and even gain bodies of human, or gain their own bodies to be stronger and do much more scarier things. But imagine how long this demon supposedly was around the humans and elves trying to feed up this situation where they attack each other and do all this crap to use forbidden magic, and then how long another demon may be already in the works doing the same thing. Like, how did this demon get out of another world to start his planning? Or was he ever in that other world to begin with, you know? Is it capable for demons to be outside and not have any real reasons for being outside, and then they get to do whatever they want until they're caught or something, you know? So a lot of things came out of this, and one of the best things is seeing the first Wizard King and Nero rushing into where the fight is, because the devil's using some broken stuff. He's using stuff that melts stuff. Like, this man does not want anybody to come out alive, and I can respect it, seeing how everybody is pretty much just pawns to him. They're just toys that he's messing with, and as of right now, he might have to break them because the toys are getting in his way, and toys are never supposed to do that. So yeah. Overall though, everybody, I hope you're having an amazing day, night, evening. I do have another video I want to drop relatively soon here. So if you are interested in your boy dropping content to the channel, definitely stay tuned and just keep an eye out on my channel. I like to just post stuff whenever I possibly can, and I think people actually enjoy it because none of the people who subscribe to me are always like on my case, like, why have you didn't drop a video in 3 hours of the other video? Bro, you're trash, man. Like, no one hates on me like that because I want my community to be as open and free to people to come and talk about whatever they feel passionate about without being judged for it, right? I feel like because I loved certain series, because I championed things that other people didn't champion on their channels, by me going over there and championing it, it became me being attacked for having different tastes than the creator of this channel, you know? So that's never the case here. I don't care what you like. As long as you like something and you're passionate about it and you're not going to try to trash on other people for something they care about, you're always welcome here. And I would love to hear what you are watching or what you would love to hear me talk about so we can have more conversations about it. I don't mind either way. Just get at me and I will definitely read your comments. But with all that being said, I gotta go make some more videos. But with all that, I definitely want to hear from you. And if you want to hear from me as well, or you want to hear me talk about a show that you are infatuated with or something, let me know, and I will try to check it out, see if I get into it. I will be checking out a new one of the other shows that I haven't checked out yet as well, so stay tuned for when that drops. But yeah, take care and peace. Wow, we'll try to get fancy. Paid for it. Alright, one kill, one kill. Black Boiler Rush. Alright, later. Holy crap. We out on that. I blocked. Here we go. Bop. Beep bop. Skloot. Peace, everybody.